Welcome back. Ang PBA star na si Mark Pingris, ang latest na player sa ilalim ng San Miguel Corporation na opisyal nang nag-withdraw sa Gilas Pilipinas. Marami tuloy ang nagtatanong kung ang rivalry ba ng SMC at Pangilinan Group sa PBA ang nagiging hadlang sa pagbuo ng malakas na national basketball team. Ngayon, ang mining company na Nickel Asia ay nag-offer na pondohan ng Gilas para maging independent ang national team sa mga PBA stakeholders. For more on this, let's talk to basketball analyst and vlogger Enzo Flojo. Enzo, welcome back to The Score. We've been down this road before. We've talked about, napag-usapan natin yung issues about certain players na sasali ba, hindi sasali, injured ba talaga o hindi. And ngayon, yung latest nga, Mark Pingris, pinaikli na nga daw yung kanyang bakasyon, di ba? Para makauwi siya ng mas maaga. Papunta na daw siya, and then several sources have reported nga, and I spoke to my source as well, na hindi siya pinapunta.
Yes.
Ikaw, anong reaction mo dun sa nangyari nga?
Well, it's very saddening, no? And especially because of the statement that's been released to mass media, social media. When Mark Pingris went to the Gilas practice, he was supposed to stay for like 1 hour only, but he stayed for the entire practice. He even was with the team in their final huddle daw. And reports say he was medyo crying or teary-eyed. And one particular line that stood out, a lot of people really pounced on, yung sinabi niya na, gusto ko mag-Gilas, pero may mga bagay na hindi makontrol. And I think that's really what sparked a lot of discussion.
Correct. Well, napag-usapan na natin to, yung potential na maaring may mga players na hindi mapahiram. Like, I mean, look at Rainer Shine, then isa lang yung player nandyan, si Gabe Norwood lang. Paul Lee did well before, Jeff Chan did great
before.
Goes
there before as well.
At may Bobel ka pa pala, nga pala,
so
although
diba?
never na line up officially. But yun na nga, so ano yung sense of character ngayon ng ating national team? I mean, after the FIBA Asia 2013 and then the World Cup, bigla ngayon, ba't parang nagkakaganito? Anong nangyari? Kasi meron din sinasabing usap-usapan na meron daw nangyaring poaching. Hindi po ito itlog, hindi yung poached egg. Pero yung
It's worse than that.
nangaagaw daw ng player. I don't know how they'll do it, but supposedly nanliligaw ng players na gumanda na yung samahan sa Gilas, and dito ka na lang siguro. Meron bang, naniniwala ka ba sa usaping yun?
Well, frankly speaking, I find that kind of argument a little shallow. No? I mean, it's possible that could happen. But I think the impression of that, or people get that impression kasi rival team yung may hawak sa Gilas.
Major rival team.
Major rival talaga.
Correct,
I mean, alam mo, people are smart. We know that sa PBA, there are two blocks ng teams, di ba? Yung MVP, sabihin na natin, yung MVP block, and then yung San Miguel block. No? And MVP is handling the Gilas team. So a lot of people have the impression na may rivalry talaga. And based on the developments happening, Junmar's out, LA's out, Japeth is out. Half of the team that played in the World Cup, they're not here.
Ouch.
And most of those guys who are not here are from that SMC block. That's why di mo mabiblame yung mga tao for feeling a certain bit of maybe animosity towards that block, even if at the end of the day, wala naman talagang solid proof to prove anything.
Well, here we go now. Interestingly, ang development ngayon, merong isang independent sponsor, let's put it that way, kasi hindi sila PBA team. Nickel Asia, this company, have said publicly that they are willing to fund the team. I don't think they mean to do that right now. Maybe after this campaign, and probably they have to talk to the SBP and the PBA because those are the two stakeholders putting this team together. Anong thoughts mo dito na sa pagpasok nila, supposedly, as they say, independent group kasi nga, or neutral group, let's put it that way, kasi wala doon silang PBA team. Although, may ex-PBA executive na maaring mamamahala, which is JB Bailon, who ran Coca-Cola before, and he's part of Nickel Asia.
Well, initially, I kind of like the idea because of what's been happening. We need to inject new energy, something new for this program. And I think having a neutral player come in, a lot of people were suggesting other companies or brands, but Nickel Asia coming in, I think it's a potentially welcome development. At the very least, baka mawala yung impression na you know, may kinikilingan yung Gilas or may piracy nangyayari and all those things. At the very least, mawawala yung side na yun, and you know, we can move on from this medyo not so flattering chapter in the program's lifespan.
There are others as well though na interestingly hindi sila sang-ayon sa suggestion ng Nickel Asia. Like for one scenario daw, posibleng kahit pa paano, magkakaroon pa rin ng rivalry ng San Miguel at ng MVP teams kasi baka magagawa ng atensyon.
Yun lang.
Kung sino yung mas maraming player, sino yung mas bibida doon, di ba? Parang may ganun
It becomes
kaya.
more petty pag
Oo.
ganun. But it's possible. Kasi
Yeah.
nga, I mean, if you look at the history of these two blocks in the recent years, ganyan talaga yung nangyari. Agawa ng players dito, left and right, and there's a lot of drama happening on and off the court.
Yeah.
And even if a neutral entity comes in, Nickel Asia man or whatever, posible pa rin talaga na may mga ganyang issue na, oy, tatlo lang yung kinuha sa block na to. Dapat dito tatlo lang din. O, mas
Correct,
marami
correct.
ba yung ganyan? It's gonna be a perpetually big issue for Gilas. No? I think the deeper, ano ba talaga, the more fundamental concern is to just maybe rethink the way basketball is organized in the Philippines. Eh.
Sa ibang bansa ba, Enzo? Kasi ikaw, we've gotten to know you through the years as you're a big follower of FIBA basketball. And meron ka ba mako-compare na ibang bansa na meron may professional league na okay, na they run it well? And how do they do it in terms of getting players from the professional league and they put a very competitive national team?
Well, a lot of people on social media want to compare the Philippine system with the system in the States, no? Because it's the most recognizable, most exposed. But ako, I'd like to offer a few alternatives. Eh. Kasi in most other countries, you have a national basketball federation, like the SBP, and they dictate everything. They dictate to the pro league. In the Philippines, parang hindi ganoon yung impression ko eh. Parang here,
nagliligawan eh.
Oo eh. Parang it's a little different here. The PBA has the most clout, understandably because of their history and their tradition. But I think in terms of, logically, dapat yung SBP yung nagdidictate siguro sa PBA.
So dapat merong
May
level
konting
of respect
hierarchy,
and
yes.
na parang, okay, bawa ko sa inyo kasi you run the country's basketball programs.
Yes.
We do what you want us to do.
But that will only work if the people in the SBP are neutral. Walang vested
Yun yung mahirap.
interest.
Kasi yun ang inisip ko rin, kahit pumasok ni Nickel Asia, ang magpapatakbo pa rin naman ng SBP is people from that smart group
Kasi
as
Nickel
well.
Asia offered to sponsor the team, not necessarily take over the
Running
federation
SBP,
itself.
So yun ang malaking
That's
challenge
a whole
dyan.
different ballgame already.
And we've gone down that road before na nagkaroon ng mga bagong tao sa federasyon na mahirap.
That's one reason why we eventually got suspended.
So
also.
quickly before I let you go, with the current lineup we have now, as you said, kalahati ng team ng last year's team wala nandun. Kamusta ang chances natin sa FIBA Asia?
Well, to be realistic, I released, on my blog, I released a current power rankings of FIBA Asia teams. We're not very high on that.
Okay.
But, 4 weeks down the line when FIBA Asia starts, if we gel, if Andre Blatch becomes a little less plump and the team gets chemistry, we might move up. But I think we're still a serious contender, but we're definitely not as strong as we potentially could be.
All right. And but again, like last year when we entered the World Cup, nobody gave us a chance of winning the game.
Definitely.
No one ever dreamed we could compete for all the games, but we
Yes.
did. So do you see that Puso magic and nobody's seen Andre Blatch compete only against Asians? And that was something we celebrated for last year.
Yes.
We did not get.
So sana, no?
Who knows?
Sana we still have that magical run. But the big difference between 2013, 2014, and this year is we had months to prepare. Now,
Correct.
we only have about barely 6 or 7 weeks. And that to me is a big difference talaga.
All right. Well, we will see. We are, as you said, weeks down the line.
Yes.
September
23,
23.
yes.
Konting tulog na lang yan. At malalaman natin. And we'll see. And they're gonna go to Estonia. They flew out tonight.
Yes,
so may
they
konting
did.
may pocket tournament doon. So medyo acid test na.
Yes.
To see how good this team can be. Enzo Flojo, maraming salamat.